Investment. I'm joined now by Hashem Montasser. He is formerly of EFG Hermes, and he's now the founder of Frontlane Capital. Thank you very much for joining us. Just looking at the main story at the moment, which is oil, are we likely to see that pushing on up as the uncertainty in Libya continues?
I think there's a strong likelihood, yes. I would be surprised to see oil prices settling back down. Obviously, it's not just Libya. There's a cascading effect. It started in Tunisia, moved on to Egypt, now Libya, and as you know, there's a couple of other countries, Yemen, Djibouti, and others that are also, and Bahrain, that are at risk, quote unquote. So I would imagine yes.
Now, as far as the markets are concerned, it's actually not just in the Middle East. We're actually seeing the repercussions of this across global markets now. Is that something that you expect to continue?
I think so. I mean, there's already some concerns about inflation worldwide, especially in several emerging markets. Oil prices are going higher. I think you might see some raising of rates across the board. So I think it has gone beyond the Middle East. It's not just a Middle East issue. Obviously, for Middle East equities, frankly, I expected to see a repricing even sooner than that. So I was surprised after the initial unrest in Tunisia and then Egypt that prices remained reasonably stable. And I think what you're seeing here is effectively repricing of risk and elevated risk premia, which makes sense given what's happening in the markets and in those political regimes.
And indeed, from everything we're hearing at the moment and the contagion we've already seen, presumably this is something that you expect to continue for a while, for some time to come as the uncertainty continues.
Yes, I think that's fair to say. I mean, ultimately the dust will settle, but this will take some time. You know, to have a regime like the Egyptian one fall in 18 or 19 days is unheard of. So I think, you know, the markets would obviously like to move to the next stage, which is clarity in what's coming post those regimes. But we're not there yet. So I would imagine you'd have more volatility going forward.
Now, of course, in these situations, there are always opportunities. And you've just started a new asset management company. Do you look to somewhere like Egypt as a potential for new investment? I think
in the medium term, most definitely. So as I said, I think once the dust settles, there will be some very, very interesting opportunities, especially that I would imagine with what's happening, you're not going to just have retail investors selling, but also many of the international investors. Of course, the Egyptian market specifically has been closed, so we have to wait for it to open to see some of the money being trapped there. It's probably going to try to find out its way out. I would imagine in the medium term, there will be some very interesting opportunities. We would certainly look at them. But again, it'll take a bit of time until the dust settles.
But it is possible that there actually will end up being more foreign investment in countries like Libya and indeed Tunisia, where in the past foreign companies were nervous and sometimes unable to invest. Do you think that actually this could end up being a great opportunity?
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. So I think one of the issues we've seen time and time again historically is that Middle East markets sit at a discount to other emerging markets. One of the reasons has been this issue of lack of transparency, political unrest, etc. So I think once these things start taking some clarity and some shape, you can see that discount shrink and some very interesting opportunities coming out with, you know, higher clarity, more liquidity, better governance, etc. So I would imagine the medium to long term can be very, very exciting, but we have to wait and fasten our seatbelts in the short term.
Okay, Mr. Montasser, thank you very much for joining us and good luck in that new venture.